Hello, magnificent soul. Of course you are. It's just that your mind and body is a bit overwhelmed. And you think in order to create the life your soul wants, the life your heart desires, you have to do more, and you're already overwhelmed with all the things you're doing every day that you don't even want to do. So you are in this space of conflict and duality between the life you want to have and the life that is there at the moment, showing up through your external circumstances. But in order to create the life you want, you must do not more, but less of the things you don't want to do, so that you can have the time and energy to pour into, overflow into the things you do want to do. And by that, I'm not referring to the things that you're doing right now that you must do in order to take care of your responsibilities and your family. Maybe those things are the kinds of things you don't want to do long term, but short term, you must do them. Okay, let's be at peace with that. What I'm referring to are the kinds of things you're doing right now that you shouldn't be doing, like starting in this moment and forward with a continuous, ever-evolving commitment to your inner self. Do you, for instance, overwhelm your kidneys with adrenaline every day? Your mind with indecisiveness? Your liver with pesticides? Your brain with EMF? Your sense of self with doubt? Your mitochondria with overgiving? Your time with distractions? That's what I'm talking about. And when you allow yourself to realize that these things aren't helping you, in fact, they're hurting you, and that you're here to live a life that continuously restores and regenerates you so that you can have joy and bliss about creating the things you want. When you really recognize that, when you really, because I know a lot of you recognize that, but when you really subscribe to that, when you really buy into that, because you declare that of course this life is worth it. We already know you're worth it, right? So why not begin shifting your perspective? And by that I mean, why not begin the process of turning your life, turning yourself inside out? And none of it is going to be perfect. In fact, there's something that's so divine about imperfection. But to repeat patterns that aren't working for you to begin with, that's something we can start to let go of. And as you do that, as you do less of the things that are hurting you, you'll recognize that there is more time, more energy, more resources, more inner zest available. And with that, because also this, you already know, is not a journey of needing things to be perfect. So no pressure there. But as you do less of the things we already talked about, a natural sense of pleasure arises in you. And with that, that's the kind of fuel that's sustainable, that you can apply to creating little by little the things on a daily basis that will support the life you envision for yourself. And I'm talking about connecting with you, not saying I have to do these things now or I can't do these things now. I'm not talking about adding to your list of tasks. In fact, instead of the whole task mindset, I'm talking about developing some sense of bask, from task to bask. How's that? Basking in what brings you delight. Not to utilize more willpower, discipline, and adrenaline to create the life you want, but to release the things that aren't helping you, and with that, connect with the life you want through oxytocin and through pleasure and through delight to begin to take the steps toward the life you do want. I know we can all have a lot of buts. But this, but that, but I'm not there, but there isn't enough. And at one point, we have to let ourselves release our butts. I mean, the only time you could say but is like, but of course. And allow yourself to replace some of your buts with ands. And I'm going to let go of this because it doesn't help me. And I'm going to embrace this. There are so many people on the planet, in the world, who at the end of the day can write a list of the things they did that day that did not help them. And really only a few who can write a list of things at the end of each day that did help them. And those little things, when you create them, the micro creations, and you celebrate them, they create your daily leap. Leap after leap, you create a shift month after month. And then you begin changing your life year after year. There's still a long journey ahead. So why not learn to be in your heart and create from there?